Are you ready to unlock financial success? Then you're in for a treat in this video. Today we're revealing 20 game-changing money rules that'll transform your financial future. From savings hacks to investment strategies, you're ready to level up your money game. Welcome to Furry Hippo Finance, where we make money matters easy and exciting. In this video, we're gonna be breaking down 20, that is right guys, 20 money rules that you need to live by to be financial free. Now, a lot of these can have kind of a couple different variations of it, but we wanted to run through these, starting with number one, guys, never carry a credit card balance. Now we know a majority of Americans do have credit card balances. We are reaching almost $1 trillion, which is a staggering amount of credit card debt. First rule of personal finance, avoid credit cards like the plague, guys. They are just a literal black hole of throwing money in. When you look at the national average of 24% for credit cards, it is super expensive to carry credit card debt, and it is the most expensive debt that you are ever going to carry. Number two, building a solid credit score. Now this is super important. Over your lifetime, the largest expenses, mortgage, car loans, student loans, things of that nature are going to be far more expensive if you do not have a solid credit score. Credit score does coincide with not carrying those credit card balances, but also making sure that you never miss a payment, guys. Even if you're just making the minimum payment on the cards that you have, never ever do you want to be late on a payment. It accounts for 35% of the credit score, and one missed payment can knock out 24 on-time payments. What is crazy to think? Number three, income and wealth are not the same. Now, a lot of people do kind of use these words interchangeable. So income is the amount of money that you bring home. That is your income, whether it is gross income, whether it is net income, that is what you bring home. Now, wealth, to build true wealth, guys, I really focus on one simple thing. That is the investment strategies that you have in place. Now, when you look at income in relationship to wealth, when you have a high income, it doesn't make you rich. When you have a low income, it doesn't make you poor. It is how you allocate the money that you have. Every dollar has a purpose. That is a saying that I've been saying for years, as well as Dave Ramsey, and how much money you can set aside. So if you're a millionaire that's making $1 million a year, you're spending 1.2 million. Your income is not in relationship to your wealth, and you're going to be broke. You're going to be bankrupt. You're going to be selling things of that nature. You have to make sure you know the difference between those two. Looking at number four, guys, save as much as possible. Very simple advice, super difficult for people to follow, and most of them don't. The best investment decision you can do, either high yield savings accounts or investment accounts that are automated. That is one of the big things, guys. You don't have control over how the stock market does. You don't have control of what interest rates do. However, you do have control of how much money you save on a monthly basis. And like I've said before, automation is key when it comes to this point. Looking at the next one, living below your means, not within your means. This again is super hard to do when you have the lifestyle creep, when you have the keeping up with the Joneses, things of that nature. You want to make sure you're living below your means. Again, looking at income, if you're making $5,000 a month, it means you should be spending about $3,500, giving you a nice, comfortable cushion of what you can do with the rest of that income. And also the debt elimination, guys. Again, the most powerful tool that you have in the toolbox is the money you bring home in your paycheck. That is really what you have to set yourself up for financial freedom. Next one, looking carefully at what you spend money on. Again, super important, guys. Spending habits can get out of control really easy when it comes to shopping, when it comes to even little things. A lot of people say Starbucks super expensive. Depends exactly where you are and what you love. If you love Starbucks, maybe you limit it to 1 or 2 a week instead of 5 to 7 a week. Where can you save money and where can you cut costs? We've talked about this quite a bit, guys. When you look at insurance, definitely a place you can cut costs. When you look at interest rates on mortgages, on auto loans, things of that nature, see where you can cut and you can get these same products and services just at a much better rate or a much better monthly liability or payment. Now, pay yourself first. This is one of the things for budgeting, guys. Automating as much as possible. Automation will keep you from missing payments. Automation will keep you from really messing up your financial life. And I cannot stress it. That is why even a lot of institutions offer discounts or rebates, things of that nature, for automating or setting up automatic payments. If the bulk of your family's financial is on autopilot, it should be very easy to track the expenses when it comes to the budgeting. Get your biggest purchases first. This is one another one, guys. Do you really need a house with 4 or 5 bedrooms or a top range 4x4? Do you really need the most expensive vehicle with the most equipment? Personal finance experts like myself tend to focus on smaller purchases like lattes takes away. Most important purchases of your life, you have to make sure houses and cars, you are getting the best rate, you are getting the lower rate. And ultimately, guys, when you look at a vehicle, the way that I fundamentally see it is, one, is your vehicle reliable? Does that mean a $300 car payment, a $600 car payment, an $800 car payment? Think of what you really need and what is the functionality of the car, regardless of the make, the model of the year, anything of that nature. Is it a reliable source of transportation to take you to A and B? That keeps you within your budget. Now, building, of course, not going to pass it by, guys. The emergency fund or the rainy day account. This is one of the ones you have to take into account. There are going to be unpredictable expenses, and there are also going to be things that come up in your life that you're going to cover without credit cards, weddings, holidays, car repairs, anything that is kind of unexpected. You have to have a way to come up with the money to cover the cost, and also planning. This is one of the budgeting things, guys, where let's say you're with your girlfriend at the time, you guys are planning to get married someday, starting a savings account, setting aside money. That way, when that date comes, it is not, hey, we need to borrow $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to cover the cost of a wedding. You already have the money set aside. Insure the things that matter. Again, this is kind of edging on the margin of safety. Some people have too much insurance. Most people have none. That is right, guys. You can absolutely crush and destroy a person's financial hopes and dreams if something catastrophic or something out of the ordinary strikes. If you have 2 incomes and you rely on 2 incomes, if there's a job loss, that can make a huge difference. If there is, unfortunately, someone passes away, something happens, a terminal, you have to have insurance. You have to have a backup plan when it comes to your finances, guys, and how exactly you're going to be able to cover anything. Take full advantage of your employer's contributions. This goes back to the 401k piece. Every single percentage and every single dollar that your employer is offering as a match, you have to take full advantage of. It is literally free money if you are not taking the match. If they match 4%, whatever it is, it's the same thing as if they were going to give you a pay raise. Let's say you're at your review and they're giving you a 4% increase and you're like, nah, no thanks, I'm good. I don't need a pay rate increase this year, because you are literally leaving free money on the table. Now, increasing the amount you save every year, this again goes back to the fundamentals of increasing it every single year. You'll get to the point of life where you're at 15 to 20% that is going into that 401k investment account. This is how you build wealth, guys. When we talked about income, when we talked about wealth, really building wealth, this is what it comes from. When you start seeing the effects of putting money into a 401k, when you start seeing the growth factor, when you start seeing the compound effect, you will be literally floored with the amount of money that you're getting for free as passive income in those portfolios that you need for retirement, guys. Avoid lifestyle creep all that you can, but at the same time, you want to build wealth. It is not about the things that you own in your life. It is about the value those things provide in life, which is what, I'm sorry to say, but it took me a long time to realize. And now I'm at the point, guys, I want things that are value, not of cost. I want things that are cozy, comfortable, make me happy, versus putting a lot of money and time and effort into things that are just expensive experiences. Watch the company you keep. This again is huge. They always say you can tell a person's character by the 5 people they hang around with. Making sure that you're not keeping up with the neighbors, making sure that you are around and you are with people that have similar money views that you do, that have similar beliefs. This really takes away a lot of stress, a lot of envy, a lot of wasteful spending. Keeping up with the Joneses, guys, follow your own path. You're your own independent person, especially this day and age more than ever. It is about you being you, and you know how to manage this. Talk about money often. This is one that I think is just kind of crazy. Most people in America will never talk about money to their family, will never talk about money to their friends, will never talk about money or anything. Don't allow your financial problems to linger, get worse. Money is a topic that really affects every aspect of your life. It is way too important not to be open, to be honest. And it's weird because in the United States, it is probably one of the most taboo subjects that we do see. In a lot of other countries, it is not. Now, looking at our next one, guys, stuff won't make you happy in the long term. This is going back. It is really the short-term dopamine hit. When you're buying something, you're really excited about it. Chances are that you might not need it. You might not want it. This is the retail therapy, as it is referred to. Buying stuff will not make you happy. Buying stuff will not make you wealthier, because true wealth is all the stuff you don't spend money on. Having more experiences, spending more time with your family, doing more things is better than having stuff. Investing in yourself yourself. This is again a huge point, guys. I joined the VRA fam, joined the Video Ranking Academy over on Think Media. Absolutely upgrading the quality content that we're putting out, trying to niche down a little bit, but invest in yourself, guys. Financial education, just like the YouTube channel that we have right here. I love doing this. It is something that I am super passionate about, making and helping people get better. I do this on a daily on my regular job, and I do this on the side with the YouTube, which you see right here. Invest in yourself. Personal finance books, self-development books, anything that you love to do, be super passionate and be all in for it. Don't neglect your taxes. This is one that is super complicated, guys. Make sure you have a tax advisor. A lot of people will do the taxes themselves when they don't realize that a majority of people, even though you're doing them yourself, you're not saving that much money. 50 bucks, 70 bucks, 100 bucks, maybe at most to do taxes yourself. You could be missing out on a lot of tax advantages or tax reliefs, depending on who you are in the deductions that are within there. And the final one we leave you with, guys, is earning more money. Looking at jobs. If you've been at your current job for 3 years, that is right, just 3 short years. Possibility is you can find something in the same niche or the same market that you're in, and you can make a lot more money going to a competitor instead of being stuck. Unfortunately, in the United States, not a lot of employers really reward their employees for the longevity that they have in companies anymore. Pension plans are just about done. It's all into 401k. And the final one, guys, your goal is financial independence. That is what we're looking to teach and what the goal is here. When you're completely debt free, you have your 3 to 6 months of savings, you have your money that is going into your IRAs and your 401ks, your investment accounts, you have just a mortgage or working towards paying off your mortgage like I am. It is honestly such a breath of fresh air and such a release when you're looking at financial independence. Within the next few years, the house will be paid for, and that is it, guys. Zero debt. That is the goal that it has been for years at this point. I have kids in the future that are going to be going to college, saving for that, but making sure that the financial independent is there and teaching them the exact same way, talking about money. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.